Hello and welcome. Today's story carries an important lesson about money, hard work, and the difference between simply saving and creating true wealth. It is a lesson that transformed one man's life and can change the way we think about our future. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this inspiring story. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by farmlands, there lived a man named Gopal. For many years, people considered him lazy. While others worked in the fields from sunrise to sunset, Gopal spent most of his days sitting beneath a large banyan tree near the village square. He loved talking about the future. One day I'll become wealthy, he would often say. I'll own a big farm, several cows, and a successful business. The villagers had heard these promises so many times that they stopped paying attention. Dreams were easy to speak about, but Gopal never took action. His wife often reminded him that success required effort, not wishes. Yet he always replied, "My opportunity will come someday." Unfortunately, someday never seemed to arrive. As the years passed, life became increasingly difficult. One evening, his young grandson looked at him with hungry eyes and quietly asked, "Grandpa, do we have enough food for dinner?" The question pierced his heart. For the first time, Gopal realized that his dreams had produced nothing for the people he loved. The next day, Gopal began working as a laborer on a nearby farm. The work was exhausting, and most of his small wages went toward food, medicine, and household expenses. No matter how hard he worked, there never seemed to be enough money. One day, he heard someone say that financial security came from saving every coin. Inspired, Gopal started putting whatever money he could spare into a metal box. For months, he and his family sacrificed comforts to save as much as possible. When he finally opened the box, he was disappointed to discover that rising prices had reduced the value of his savings. The money could buy far less than he expected. Wondering what to do next, Gopal noticed that some of his financially secure neighbors earned income from livestock and farming. He realized that instead of simply storing money, he could invest it in something productive. Using his remaining savings, he bought a few young chickens. At first, the results were small, but over time the chickens produced eggs that could be eaten or sold. As his flock grew, so did his income. For the first time in years, Gopal felt hopeful. He learned that while saving is important, building assets that create value can be an even stronger path to financial stability. One afternoon, as he collected fresh eggs with his grandson, Gopal shared the lesson he had learned. "Money sitting still can lose its strength," he said. "But when used wisely, it can create opportunities, income, and growth." His grandson smiled and helped him fill a basket with eggs. Friends, this story is not about avoiding savings. Saving money is important, especially for emergencies and future needs. But true financial growth often comes from using money wisely, learning new skills, building assets, and creating opportunities that generate value over time. Money should not only be protected, it should also be put to work thoughtfully. The greatest wealth comes from combining patience, effort, and smart decisions. If you enjoyed this story and learned something valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.